County Executive, Denny Levinson, has given us a very outstanding certificate with the statue in front, and so I want to thank our County Executive Levinson, who presented this for today, for the 100th year anniversary. Thank you very much, County Executive. Moving along to the most important part of the program, although everybody's part was important, everybody had a significant thing to say. I think it's very critical that we hear from our veterans. So I'm going to ask you to please hold your seat if you can. We're going to hear from the veterans, then we're going to go upstairs. We're going to have some good music and good food and fellowship. And the veterans are going to come in the order as listed, except for Charles Garrett. In place of Charles Garrett is going to be Ronald Branch from the United States Army, but the veterans will come in this order. Joseph Wilkins, who is going to talk about Marvin Beatty, who is another significant person. Mr. Hunter, in our history here in Atlantic City, told me some things about Mr. Beatty that I didn't know. And then we want to hear from Torrance Mayfield, from Desert Storm, and then finally we're going to hear what this table represents from Commissioner Patricia Taylor. We're going to be closed out with taps by Hassan Abdul Rahim. Then we're going upstairs. They're going to come forward in that order.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joseph Wilkins. I'm a two-time Vietnam veteran. I came here to speak about Marvin E. Beatty Jr. I prepared a program for him right here. The reason I wanted to speak about Mr. Beatty was Mr. Beatty graduated from Lansing High School in 1945. He was in the U.S. Navy. He served with distinction during World War II. Beatty retired from the U.S. Navy after 20 years as a Chief Petty Officer of Photography. Marvin took the exam and became one of the top 5 recruits of the Lansing Fire Department. Within 5 years, he reached the rank of captain, and in 1970 became the first African-American deputy chief. Retiring after 29 years of service to the Atlantic City residents. He had many accomplishments. He was a member of the Big Three: Fire Chief John Jasper, Deputy Chief Pierre Hollenberg, who helped integrate the Atlantic City Fire Department. This building is supposed to be in recognition of all who served. In the lobby are displays of your uncles and fathers and brothers and sisters. And all of you who served, I think some of you should take the time to make sure people who are in charge of this building, and Ms. Tatum from the American Legion, and Ralph Hunter, that veterans are recognized by having their photographs enshrined in this display in the lobby. Also, last week, the City of Atlantic City received a $1.5 million grant to redo Marvin Beatty's Station Number 2, the interior. Part of that money came from the New Jersey Historical Society. The other half came from the African American Civil Rights Grant. And part of the reason I made up this presentation is to make sure that Marvin Beatty is not only recognized from the outside of that building by having his name, but there's something on the inside of that building, like this, for instance, what I'm going to dedicate to the Atlanta City Fire Department to make sure that firemen in this city going forward know who Marvin Beatty was. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ronald Branch.
Good evening. It's an honor for me to be here to speak in front of you. Yes, I am a veteran. Graduated from Lansing High School in 1965 in June, and in December I got a draft notice. I couldn't even believe it. I wasn't even out of school 6 months and they told me I had to go to work. I was trying to relax. But at any rate, I went to the military in 1966, February, and in May of 1967, I was a second lieutenant in the United States Army. At the age of 20, I hadn't even reached my 20. I had to get somebody to sign for me to get married. You know? Getting ready to go across the water. One of the things that as I think about the military, and especially Vietnam, and for those that made the ultimate sacrifice, our feet out. The first to go from here. 17 people from here expired in Vietnam. And I remember quite a few, but our feet, you know, because we all used to hang out here. They used to have a dance here, and this is where we used to hang out, am I right? Said, where you going on Friday? We're going to the home. And then you find yourself in a war that lasts 20 years. 20 years, 12 months if you're in the Army, you had a 12-month tour. If you were in the Marines, you had a 13-month tour. And you think about 17 people from Atlantic City were expired. But from the entire war, it was like 58,000 plus. Here I stand before you humble. And for those that made the ultimate sacrifice, nothing I can say, but I salute the family. This war started in 1955 when they were trying to run the French out. They should have left them alone, but they didn't. So then the French turned everything around, and then we ran in there, and we were going to chase them out. We changed it around again, so we came up with a détente. So nobody got beat up. At least that's the way it was supposed to be. Okay, that's fine. But as I stand here in front of you, I want to thank Charles Dad for getting me up here. I wasn't prepared. I want to thank Ali family. I don't see Abdul, but I see Bahadur. Oh, man. I remember when I first heard about Arvin, and I went to the company commander and I told him, I said, look, I can't go home. I've only been in the Army 3 days. But put me on the list to go to Officer Candidate school. And he did, and I carried that with me all the way through. I salute the family. Thank you so much for allowing me this moment. I mean, Vietnam was Vietnam. It was dirty. They could fight, and they fought with everything. Throw away a glass soda bottle, they grind it up, put it in the ice tray. You come back in from 20-degree day, thirsty, drinking ice cream. So you think drinking ground up glass. They did whatever they could do, because that's what they were fighting for. So you have to respect it, even if you didn't like it. The only thing that crosses my mind is that I lost a friend, good brother. So once again, thank you so much for allowing me to stand before you. Thank you.
Yeah, real quick, yeah. I was on the agenda, and I had spoken Memorial Day. And I just thought it would be good to spread it around a little bit and get some different views. But Vietnam was one of the wars that, it wasn't even a war, it was never a declared war, it was a conflict, if you will. And, coming home, we were casting, I really thought I was coming home. I was there for 11 months and 23 days. I was with the 196 Light Infantry Brigade. Coming home, I didn't know, I was, 19 years off, I was going to be celebrated. I got castigated, and people were, it was just one of the war that the soldiers were just so badly treated. I mean, when I came into Newark, I took my uniform off and put civilian clothes on because the way that people were looking at me, and I heard stories of people being spat on. I mean, I never got spat on. There would have been another casualty of war in there, but it's just, it was a war that we didn't talk about for years. For years, those of us that were there, we did not want anyone to even know that we were Vietnam veterans because we were baby killers, and it was just something that we have, now, people are saying thank you for your service. Well, thank you for your sacrifice, because it changed my life. It changed my life. I was, like I said, I went there, I was 18, I came back at 19. However, there's a good part of the story. Some good things happened, for me afterwards. But I just want to say that Vietnam was the war that really, almost 59,000 killed in action. And our thing in our line, from here, killed with friendly fire. Friendly fire. Our thing was killed with friendly fire. They don't talk about the soldiers that were killed with friendly fire. So, that said, I thought maybe I should say something, but I wanted Ronald, to give his delivery. And hey, coming back to the world, it wasn't the world that we left. We talked about going back to the world. Back to the world. Back to the world. When we came back, it was not the world that we left. And trust me, the adjustment period was years for me. Years. It took me years to readjust. And even now, I might look normal, but I'm not normal. Trust me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vietnam. That's why we give special recognition for Vietnam, because the Vietnam veterans never got the respect that they should have gotten and we're trying to make up for that. There's a storm, my brother.
Good evening. Just bear with me a little bit and everything else. I didn't prepare anything because I speak from the heart of my experience and everything that I went through of serving in the war. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. I'm a United States veteran, also a proud father of the United States Army soldier. My son's recruited here in the state of New Jersey. But just to start a little bit, I served in Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm from the beginning to the end, which is known as the 24-hour war. 24-hour war. If I get a little emotional, it's because of the fact that I see stuff over there that only another soldier will understand and only know what we went through and what we did and what we had to do. So with that being said, there was a young man that was here. We went into the military together, we served in the war together, came back here, and he got killed in Atlantic City. So a lot of things that we go through as soldiers and everything else, we may look like, but we have scars. And those scars takes a long time to heal. We may look, act a certain way, that's because sometimes we're not all there. And as some of the other soldiers that sit here, you can relate to that. You know, because to me, everybody in here is a soldier because you have somebody in your family that's been there and been through it. So what they go through, you also go through. So there's homelessness with veterans that's out there. Mental health that's out there. There's a lot more that can be done. Although we're here for a 100-year celebration of this building, but let's not forget those in the past, in the present, and also in the future that's fighting for our freedom each and every day. We also have our first responders, you might say, that's out there on the street fighting for us each and every day too. So we cannot forget them. So I stand on the shoulders of all those ones that came and spoke before me. I can't say after me because they ain't get there yet, but the ones that stand on their shoulders, Mr. Garrett, Brother Branch, Sister Taylor, and everybody that's in here, I salute you wholeheartedly because without you, I couldn't be here standing here and doing what I'm doing today. So I thank you very much and I salute each and every one.
Just let me recognize Councilwoman Patricia Bailey, I believe she's still here, my other council colleague, Councilwoman Maria Locke. Fifth Ward, thank you so much for being here. Amanda?